Hello everyone! As we all know, money is often a big problem, especially for students, or I should say planning and controlling your spending habits is the biggest problem of all. In today's video, I decided to demonstrate to you a simple and extremely helpful way of keeping track of your spending habits with a tool from our good friend Google called Google Sheets. Believe it or not, it's actually something you already have if you have your Google account, which you probably do. If you don't want to find yourself in a situation where by the end of the month your pockets are empty and you have zero savings, then I sincerely advise you to keep on watching. I will start by introducing you to a simple budgeting principle. There's a rule called 50-30-20 budget rule. It makes your life easier when it comes to arranging your finances. 50% of your finances goes to your needs such as rent, food, transportation, and bills. 30% goes to your wants, let's say shopping, going out, traveling, and so on. And lastly, 20% of your finances should go to savings. We all need some type of emergency fund. Now that we have this rule on our minds, we can go on and create our Google Sheets document. So as you can see, I'm logged into my Google account. Next to it you can see Google Apps button. These 9 dots actually have a purpose. They are not just for decoration. Here you can find all the tools that Google has to offer and that can access on any device. I choose Google Sheets. On the top you can see we will start a new spreadsheet segment where you can create a blank spreadsheet or choose from one of the templates. I will show you what you can find in the template gallery. As you can see, there are many templates for finances, planning, and so on. One of them is monthly budget template, which is nice but is also very detailed and a bit overwhelming. So we will go back and create our blank spreadsheet. We'll make it nice, simple, and clean with minimum effort. Right away, I will change the title of my spreadsheet to a monthly budget. Now, spreadsheets are basically giant tables and their main parts are all these little rectangles that we call cells. Each cell has a name and surname, which is basically the letter of the column and the number of a row. So for example, the cell that I just selected is A1 or C2 and so on. For my spreadsheet, I will be using just columns A, B, C to make it very simple. We'll start by accounting for our income. I will add 2 categories of income, allowance from my parents and a side hustle. And I will add total in the end. My monthly allowance is 500 for example, and I have earned 20 more from my side hustle. Now the spreadsheet knows how to automatically recognize some kind of data or number. I will change my number data into financial format just to be more specific. Now for my total, I need some of these numbers, where spreadsheets are great because they do calculations for you by using functions. To add the function to the cell, just click on it and in the function bar above, type in an equal sign. As you can see, it will suggest you to sum them up and you can just click on it to add the function and press enter. You could type this on your own, keeping in mind that column represents the range between initial and final cell. Following the same method, I will now add 3 more segments, one for my savings, which we need to sort out first. Don't forget 20% of budget goes there. Then my needs, which are fixed expenses, so 50% there, and my wants with 30% of my budget. We will just add additional percentage calculator to each segment, which I will explain after I finish all of them, not to bother you with the typing. Now that I have my budget sheet, I will add the numbers. In my savings, I will add 25 to emergency fund, 30 for my driver's license, and 50 for my summer vacation. In total, that is 105. Moving on to our fixed expenses, I will add 200 for my rent, 7 for my electricity, 10 for my gas, 5 for my water bill, 25 for my internet bill, 5 for my transportation since I go a lot on foot, 10 for my cell phone bill, and 0 for my Netflix since I use my brother's account. And that's in total 262. Moving on, we have my flexible expenses, which carry 30%, and there I will add 50 for my groceries, 60 for my fun with friends, 20 for my self-care, 10 for my short-term saving goals or a new bag, and 10 for donations. And that totals up to 150. Notice that for each segment, total has been calculated using sum function. Here are my savings, my fixed expenses or the needs, and my flexible expenses or my wants. Now let's calculate the percentage of income that goes to my savings, and that we will be using function divide. Click on the cell, type in equal sign in formula bar and divide. We will divide cell B10, where my total spendings are, by B4, where my total income is. Now we will convert this cell's data format to percentages. We will repeat same process for cell B22, where my total fixed expenses are, and again divided by B4. And then convert it to percentages. And finally, we will do the same thing for my flexible expenses, where I will divide cell B31, where my total expenses are, by cell B4, and again later convert it to percentages. Okay, that's great. Now you can see that my budget is following the 50-20-30 rule, and I just need to change font and color to make it look prettier. I edited this sheet with the help of tools that you can find in the toolbar above. As you can see, I'm slightly under 30% in my flexible expenses, so I will add 3 more km to my Fun with Friends segment. You can use this spreadsheet over and over simply by duplicating the sheet. As you can see, this sheet is called sheet 1. I will change it to January 2021 using the right click and rename. If I want to use it in February, just right click on the sheet, name and select duplicate. Of course, you can rename it to February 2021. Then you can simply change the numbers to record your spendings for that month, or you can use it to plan your budget in advance. Let me remind you that you can easily access this sheet that you made via your phone because you use Google Sheets. It is not restricted just to your desktop computer, it is always with you as long as you have your phone on hand. That's it, thank you for watching, and I hope that this video will help you not go broke during your student life.